You've probably seen it in movies, documentaries, or just as a meme for being too advanced for its time. Well, now it's in WORTHIT, and it's premium. For this video, I'll be yapping about its visuals, armaments, stealth capability, how it actually plays in GRB, and if it's actually worth the price. Let's go. Gaijin did not slack on this one. The Comanche looks sleek as hell. The smooth, angular body screams stealth. It's got that low profile, radar evading silhouette that makes it feel more like a sci-fi concept than a real world chopper. One of my favorite details, that internal weapon bay. It opens mid-flight to reveal hellfires or stingers, then seals back up. It's super satisfying to watch and gives off this futuristic vibe without being over the top. Even the paint job and paneling are on point. The matte texture, the dark tones, it just fits the whole high-tech Elite Strike Force look. If you're the kind of player who loves aviation eye candy or just wants to fly something that looks absolutely badass, yeah, the Comanche's design is a 10 out of 10. This thing got the usual option you get for a US chopper. First off, the 20mm XM301 cannon. It's fast, pretty accurate, and mounted under the nose. Great for shredding lightly armored vehicles, open-top SPAA, or even enemy helicopters if you're close. It's not the most powerful gun out there, but it's reliable. Then you've got up to 14 Hellfire missiles. 8 are visible and 6 are hidden in that sweet internal bay, which is part of what makes the Comanche so iconic. It's a really cool animation when the bay opens, clean and smooth. The Hellfires are your go-to for long-range ground attacks. But keep in mind, unlike some of the bigger helis with absurdly high payloads, this one's more about precision than brute force. You'll usually want to get just a little closer to make sure the lock stays solid, which might be a risk depending on the map. You also get stingers for self-defense. These are your anti-air missiles. And finally, the Hydra rocket pod. Classic area saturation tools. These are fun to use in low-level approaches when you wanna mess up a cap point or just spray some chaos over clustered enemies. Not the most accurate, but very satisfying. Overall, the Comanche is versatile. You can play it slow and safe, hellfire sniping from cover, or you can go semi-aggressive, popping in and out using your stealth and speed. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this specific payload setup. I feel like the hellfires could have had a bit more punch or speed, but hey, it does the job and it fits the stealth role Gaijin is going for. So if you like to pick your fights and strike clean, it definitely works. In ground RB, it really shines, especially during early or late game phases when there's more room to maneuver and fewer eyes in the sky. It's still a helicopter at the end of the day. Even with all the stealth talk, if you sit in the open, any decent SPA will clap you out of existence. But when used smartly, this thing feels built for sneaky flanks and hit and run attacks. You can use hills and tree lines as natural cover, do ridge peaks with hellfires, and if you're confident, even get real close for some up-close assassination runs. And that's the part that surprised me. I played a decent amount of matches with this already, and I can definitely say it does pretty well and lives up to the name Stealth Chopper. It's quick, nimble, and because of its reduced rotor noise, you can often get way closer to enemy lines without being detected. It's wild. It's not just the visuals, that rotor noise suppression is very real. In some replays, you can barely hear the Comanche approaching, even if you're looking right at it. And with its lightweight body and tight turn radius, you can dodge incoming fire much easier than chunkier helis. It feels smooth, responsive, almost jet-like in some movements. The stealth assassination playstyle is where it really excels. Fly up, quick peek, launch hellfire, pull back behind the hill, enemy gone. It's not about brute force, it's about outsmarting your opponents. Bottom line, if you like ambush tactics, flanking, and moving fast, this heli was made for you. Now let's talk about the main selling point of the Comanche, its stealth. Gaijin says it has reduced radar and infrared signatures, and well, it kinda does. The Comanche does show up a little later, particularly when it's flying low, hugging terrain. That stealth shaping does buy you some extra seconds, and in WORTHIT, that's life or death. But here's where we break the illusion a bit. With the recent additions of SAM monsters, stealth doesn't make you invincible. You're still getting clapped if you fly in open sight. And with the Comanche's BR, you're going to get up-tiered into lobbies filled with high-end SPAs that have advanced radar tracking, thermal optics, and near-instant lock-on speeds. So yeah, stealth helps, but it's not a magic cloak. That said, if you equip only internal weapons, meaning no hellfires or stingers on the outside hardpoints, your visibility is reduced even further. It's just like the F-170 Nighthawk in that sense. Sure, you trade off firepower for survivability, but if your playstyle is more about surgical hits and stealth insertions, that might actually work for you. So yeah, it's not invincible, but currently I think it sits well for now when talking actual stealth tech in War Thunder. The Comanche handles like a dream. It's super nimble, reacts instantly to input, and feels extremely balanced in hover and transition flight. Whether you're weaving through trees or dipping behind a ridge, the heli seems to flow with you, not fight against you. Compared to heavier attack helicopters like the KA-52 or even the Apache, which can feel bulky or sluggish in tight spaces, the Comanche moves like a sports car in the sky. Yaw-turns are crisp, pitch changes are tight, and it's easy to maintain stability while maneuvering at high speeds. Flying low is where it shines the most. You can skim the ground, pull sharp turns behind rocks, or dodge missiles mid-flight with relative ease, all thanks to its low inertia and aerodynamic frame. If you've flown the RAH-66 Tiger UHT, you'll feel right at home, but this is a level above. It gives you that feeling that you're in control at all times, which is something you rarely get in high-tier helicopters. So while it might not survive a direct hit, if you're smart, evasive, and take full advantage of its agility, you won't need to. So final thoughts, is the RAH-66 Comanche worth the price tag? At $50, it's definitely not cheap, but you're not just paying for performance, you're paying for style and uniqueness. It looks amazing, like something straight out of a sci-fi film. The stealth features, they actually work, at least partially, just don't expect to be invincible. The loadouts are solid, Hellfires, Stinger, Hydras, everything you need for both air and ground roles. And the flight performance? Top tier. It's smooth, responsive, and incredibly fun to fly. But yeah, it's fragile. One well-placed shot and you're toast, and stealth won't save you from modern SAMs if you get too cocky. Oh, and that price might hurt if you're on a budget. For me personally, it's a yes. The Comanche brings a whole new feel to helicopter gameplay. It's not just another premium, it's something special. But if you're not really into helicopters or looking for raw grinding efficiency, maybe hold off. What do you guys think? Will you be picking up the Comanche or are you saving your wallet for something else? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next vid.